like most families across the state who either don't have access to high-speed internet or who can't afford it, we were stuck with dial-up service in our home until 2 months ago. I feel that this has put my family, my sons in particular, at a severe disadvantage. Isaac depends on the internet to complete his assignments for school. He often uses the internet to work on reports, projects, or often, at times, to just do research. I watched him struggle with the dial-up service and observed him get frustrated because he could not move around on the web like he likes and needed to do. Seemingly easy assignments took him hours to complete. It's very disheartening to watch. Isaac got very upset, discouraged, and frustrated because he could not do what he needed to do. As a mother, it breaks my heart and causes me to feel that I have failed him in some way.
When I first retired, I bought a brand new computer and a printer, and I had time to write again, which is my life. I love it. And I was lost. I couldn't maneuver the internet. But fortunately, I discovered OATS, Older Adults Technology Services, which teaches the internet free to seniors at YMCAs and senior centers throughout New York City. Fortunately, I did this because I drive once a month to spend a week in the care of my 103-year-old mother. But in between times, because of broadband, I'm in touch with her major caregiver, her doctor if need be, and members of her church who email me that they have spoken with or seen my mother that day, and she's doing just fine. It was like an entirely new world for me. Yes, I saw that the possibilities of doing my work, more efficiently, and being able to communicate with the teachers that I interact with. I saw that I could shop and pay bills and find out what colleges would be good for Equana and the other children in my home. I saw how we could look for movies and times and check to see what books were available in the library, and I no longer would have to go with her. I saw how my children and grandchildren could do their homework and school assignments in the safety of our home. It is impossible for me to relate in these few minutes how much my life has changed, and it has been greatly taken by this class. All I can see now are possibilities for myself and for my family.
I'm happy that we got the computer because in my school they're getting us ready for college and we have to type everything up. And now that I got my own computer, I don't have to worry about anybody rushing me to get off the computer. And I could do my own internet. I got a flash drive now that y'all gave me, and I could do everything.
All of whom are working to close the gap in technology literacy, or what CTEP calls the digital divide. That has emerged as technology has become more standardized, but those without access to it have fallen further behind. Specifically, I teach and coordinate computer skills classes at St. Paul's Rondo Library. Most of the students come from the surrounding neighborhood, which just blocks from the state capitol building has some of Minnesota's highest rates of unemployment and poverty. It's pretty standard to have 15 or 16 students in a class meant for 12, all adults over 40, of whom maybe fewer than half have ever used a computer in their life. They're often overwhelmed and intimidated by the machines, afraid that they might break it if they type the wrong key. They're unsure of how to handle the mouse, and so on. Most of them don't have any trouble coming to the class at 10:30 in the morning because most of them don't have jobs.
Opportunities for a common community. Why? Because 7 years ago, at the age of 47, I was laid off after working for a major corporation for 15 years. I really didn't know what I was going to do. My future was not clear. I was very scared. I actually worked on teletypes back then. That's how old I am. I had no PC experience. I knew the H plate adjustment for those techs who know that. And I needed a little hope. Around that time, broadband was creating the opportunity. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, it was high-speed internet access. Thank God that Time Warner, Local 3, and Perscolis were working together to meet the needs of our customers, and in the process help somebody like me.